everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for The Cull #2. This is a new book from Image Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Kelly Thompson with art and colors by Matia D. Iulis, and letters by Hassan Otsmane-Elhao. After the fantastic debut issue that was #1, if you haven't picked up this comic book, please go do so. It is one of the best things out there right now. Kelly Thompson is just bringing us this both really cool sci-fi kind of story mixed with this like interpersonal group of friends that are getting through their own personal issues. They each have stuff going on in their lives. There's tragedy in one of them. There's a lot of stuff going on in the first issue that comes out about this group of friends. But the cool thing is that they decide to be there for each other. So let's talk about this specific issue. In this issue, Cleo's confession elicits more fear than anger from the group, and everyone sticks together into the great unknown. Sentient mushrooms for everyone. So as you know, the first issue, Cleo kind of tricked everyone into coming along to this, make a film, but they're really going on this trip to another dimension that recently discovered. So it is such a strange story as we get into it. Once you go through the cave, and it takes a little while. The pacing of this issue is very fun because it's slow enough that you get to live in the minds of these characters for a moment. But then things start escalating very quickly as you step into the unknown, and the group is trying to figure out, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to abandon their friend, or are they going to keep going forward? Because it is scary, right? This is like going for sure into the unknown. And if once you look at the art, you'll see exactly why you'd be hesitant to go in there. So let's take a look at some of the preview art. Speaking of that, I think my take on this is that the art is in such a way that is striving for a very realistic look, but something's off a little bit, and I think that adds to the tone of it. It's a little bit of uncanny valley, but it adds to the tone and the feel of the book. There's something askew, there's something off, there's something that we don't really know the full story, and I think that's what it's eliciting, some of those feelings of dread and fear and tension. Kelly Thompson does this tension in such a good roundabout way. Like, it's not straightforward in your face where like danger presents itself immediately. It's more like you start digging and the hole gets deeper and deeper, and you don't know that you are so far into the hole. Like, by the time you realize it may be too late. So, and as we said here, as we step into this world, it's so different, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the art. There's so much more. I also love how sarcastic, like, Hassan's letters are so much fun, and like some of these word bubbles, they really portray there's a lot of dialogue here, so you have to make sure that, first of all, are you pointing to the right person? Make sure it's easy and accessible to read that. But then even with the sarcasm here in the last panel at the bottom, or as they explore, like, the letters and the bubbles never feel like they're on the way. Like, yeah, it is just such a great adventure. And things get more dangerous. Things get a little sexy because this is a group of young people. So it's just been a great approach to this series. So I'm so excited to read the. So I guess I'll say this: my one complaint is that once I get to the end of the issue, I want to read the next one, and we are getting this in a monthly basis. Although I believe it was 3 weeks before this one came out, so maybe it'll be a little bit of an accelerated monthly. We'll see. You never know with these, with comics publishers. So very fun stuff. Highly recommend this. One of the best things out there in comic books in your shelves at the moment. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.